Hey Taurus, how's it going? I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to Sagittarius season and we are entering into the holidays. So, got lots of fun stuff. So, meditating on your energies, I was actually seeing you guys in a beautiful forest and it felt like you were just communing and staying present, but also aware that a new expansive chapter is about to open up for you. I did see like a shift in scenery, but it was very magical in this vision that I saw. So, really, I feel like the theme of it is taking up space and allowing more of the new expansiveness to enter into you. So, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, we'll see what's happening for you guys. If you guys are interested in personal readings, the link for it is in the description box below. And I will also be holding a new moon in Sagittarius ritual on December 19th at 8 p.m. And if you are interested in that, the link for it is in the description box. Lo and behold, we have nature. Yep. So allowing yourself to go hug some trees. I'm feeling like a level of patience and groundedness with this. You guys are earth signs, you're fixed earth. So fueling yourself back into your natural element and also allowing this precipice to unfold naturally. All right, what else is happening for you guys? Spirit, what else is going on for Taurus? And we also just had the full moon in Gemini, which was a full super moon in Gemini, which is about whole culmination of this past year, since this is the last one. And I feel like you guys have been looking at your heart space and sinking even deeper into that and allowing any sort of purging to happen. Whether it's with specific people or even with your thought processes, the way that you are integrating information or receiving information. And then we have zero fucks. So there's a level of autonomy and sovereignty with this energy. So if there is a shift in relocation or a shift in career or anything like that, this is really about what you want. And it is less about the people around you. So really allowing yourself to get comfortable, even if other people are uncomfortable with speaking your truth, saying what it is that you want, because you know that you have the power to really propel your life forward. So I'm also getting like, envision where you want to be in the next year to 5 years. What are you doing? What does it feel like? What does your daily routines look like? And I think the past has been about really making sure that your foundation is strong and building that back up so you can make moves for a better future that's better suited for you. I love this. Beautiful. All right, Spirit, what else is going on for Taurus? What else is happening? I feel like there's a level of planning. Yeah, foundation and achievements. They are right on the money today. So some of you have, again, been working towards the foundation. And then you've also gotten little glimmers of achievements here and there about, success that has come your way. And I feel like this is really Spirit saying, like, keep going, keep doing what it is that you're doing, because you are being rewarded for doing what it is that you're doing. And then we have suffering in silence. So I think that there is a deeper level that we're going to tap into today, specifically in the emotional space. So this is pertaining to other people, heart space, but I feel like there's a lot going on under the surface that you're not talking about, you're not speaking about. And this could be a level of you needing to process something more fully and deeply. And I think you have done bits and pieces of that, but getting to the root and the core of it is really where we're going to get to today. So, all right, let's see what's going on here. We're going to do a heart of the matter reading for you guys and see what's going on. Spirit, what is going on for Taurus? What is happening for my Taurians? Two of Swords in the heart. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Crossed by the Eight of Wands. So this can be possibly you wanting to talk to somebody, or you wanting to move momentum forward with somebody. Or this could be about things that have happened in the past that are pertaining you and somebody else. But there's an activation of something. You've come to some sort of conclusion on that. Cool. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Wands behind you. So I think that you have let down a level of defensiveness and guardedness pertaining to some sort of betrayal energy, something that you didn't feel was fair, something that you really suffered in silence about. And I think that there was a mirroring effect going on. I'm getting big mirror energy here. And this was a very karmic lesson for you to rise in your authority and for you to know what's right for you. And this may have upset somebody else. Not to say that the other person's viewpoint wasn't valid or right, but this can be pertaining. I feel like you both have learned really deep lessons about authority. And this could have been about some sort of connection or something that you saw building a long-term future with somebody, but there was a redirection that happened for you, because we do have the Strength crowning you. And we have the Six of Pentacles underneath. And then we have the High Priestess in front. So this could be pertaining to a water sign. And I think that there was a level of, I feel like one of you outgrew the other. I'm just going to say it outright. There was some behaviors that were peeped that really caused somebody to withdraw. And whether that was something that you wanted, something that you didn't want, somebody exited this connection, this relationship. And now I feel like you are really doing the work to figure out what exactly happened, since that person's presence isn't in your life anymore. I think you are kind of at like a stalemate of what to do. It's almost like you want to hear this other side, to put the pieces together, but you don't need this other person. You can do the work on your own. And I really think that you're sinking deep really into the crevices of what's going on. I do feel a level of comparison energy here, and you stopped working with somebody. There was something that did not continue. It did not continue to work, because another opportunity presented itself. But I think the way that it was handled was not fair. There was a level of betrayal on either your end or somebody else's end. And I think that that is some residual ick that came up from the past. So I do feel like there's a level of like dropping your guards to whether you want to communicate with somebody or whatever that is. But I think that you're seeking clarity on your route forward, and your intuition is guiding you there. So let's get a little bit deeper, shall we? Spirit, why is this Nine of Wands in reverse in the past for Taurus? Queen of Swords. Four of Wands. Seven of Cups. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so you could have potentially been dealing with somebody who is very Queen of Swords, very direct, very forward focused. But I think that there was a level of confusion because either somebody was in a commitment, somebody was in some sort of other realm that you were confused about that. And this person is really on their own trajectory. They are building something that is in their life path. This is their karmic energy. And this is their divine purpose, I feel. And there was a level of just being confused and in the fog with a lot of it. And I don't feel like that throat chakra was activated to really talk about whatever happened. But I do feel like there's a level of communication that you want or that you're seeking, almost like reconciliation energy here. But I think that you have a new pair of eyes. You have a new pair of just understanding the situation from a deeper level. And I think that you are observing the pain that you possibly have caused, the pain that this other person has caused. And you're also observing what can't come with you in this next chapter, what can't come with you in 2026. And you're really evolving into a new person. And I think that this authority piece has shown you that you do not have to carry with you codependent energies or codependent, behaviors that have you feeling like you need validation from this other person, or you are seeking something from this other entity. Now you're moving from a place of the high priestess, and she knows inside and out her inner truth. And she's also very empathetic. So I think you are moving from a place of being more like in that emperor energy. Almost kind of feels like, I proved something, like I proved this to myself, I can do this. But now I feel like there's a level of softening that's taken place because you have turned more inwards, because you have looked at the self and really observed what's going on. Spirit, why is the high priestess in the future position for Taurus? Yeah, you've got the magician. You are operating from this space now. I'm hearing you get it. You get it. But there's still a level of sadness and grief of leaving something behind. And I feel like you may be grieving the relation of this person, of this connection that you used to have. You have the Four of Cups here. So there's some sort of emotional discontent that you are feeling, or that you are feeling, moving forward. You've got the King of Wands. So you are moving in your direction of truth. You're moving in your direction of authenticity. Perhaps you are trying to build your own entity of some sort. But you had to let go of the codependency to gain this, to gain a level of mastery in the fire way. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this confidence in yourself, but not the egoic confidence, not the pretentious confidence. This is an inner confidence of following your divine light. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper here and see why the Five of Cups is here. Spirit, why is the Five of Cups here with the High Priestess? The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. High Priestess again. Yeah, so you were dealing with somebody who was very intuitive. They knew the undercurrents. They could feel the undercurrents of the things that were not said. And it feels like a cycle is left undone because you didn't get closure, or you haven't gotten closure. And we have the Nine of Knight of Pentacles here. So it feels like you want to rebuild something. The soulmate connection. Yeah. With the Six of Cups, this is somebody who you have dealt with in the past, somebody who you have felt that inner child bond with. This is soulmate energy. So I feel like at a point you were feeling this with this person, and it was feelings that you've never had with anybody else. It's a soul tie, a soul bond. And because of this karmic egoic cycle that had to be put to rest, I feel like you lost that person in the process. And that is a really painful thing to go through. And now I feel like you are getting like pings and you're getting reminders of the times that you had with this person, with, you know, the adventures that you had. There's some sort of like resonance that is still there with you, that is really, you're at a crossroads with it. It's either you reach out and communicate with this person, or you move on in your own sovereignty and your own authenticity. And whatever you choose is up to you. You have the decision of where you're going to go in your life and who to bring with you. And your life is just much about your inner dynamics with people. And we often meet people who teach us lessons, and with the hardest lessons with people, if you have had a soul tie and you made a contract in the divine to come down here and to play out all of these egoic things. So this could be a past life connection that you've had. If you have come down here, I have read that the connection or the cycle, it's that unconditional love that they have for you to come down here and to be the bad guy, to be the mirror of you holding this energy of everything that needs to crumble. It's a reflection of all of the things that you have carried with you in the egoic sense that has built this facade around who you are. This person has shown you what isn't real and what needs to fall away. And I think that this is a really hard and painful lesson, but it's not because they don't love you. It's because they love you enough to show you the mirror back to you, regardless of how you're going to feel, how your humanness is going to feel about it. Because seeing somebody from a soul's eye, from a soul connection, you see all of the fears, you see all of the insecurities, but you see the triumphs, you see the love and the joy that that person has. You just see them in a different way. But whatever has happened in this past cycle has caused a lot of emotional confusion. And I think it is really holding up a mirror to your healing. Whether you want to hear that or not, I'm sorry, Taurus, but it is what it is. All right, Spirit, what else is going on for Taurus? Goldfish, increase in material wealth and spiritual growth. Yeah. So this lesson has really helped you to become more firm in yourself. Dogs getting together with friends. Yeah. And we're entering into holiday season. So you could be, really building connections with people, strengthening connections with people. And then we have heart, love, deep affection, and caring. Yeah. All right, Spirit, let's look and see what advice is here for you. Spirit, what is here for Taurus? All ask for help. You're being asked to request help from another. You don't need to deal with this issue alone. There are many people who want to help you. So if there's somebody that you can talk to, somebody trusted that you can talk to about this connection, this experience, that will help you, whether it's a counselor, a guide, whatever, be able to talk about it and to, get some of this out, because I think it is starting to weigh on you. Check in when you think about whatever it is that you're pondering. Take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Yeah. And if you are wanting reconciliation with somebody, ask yourself how it would make you feel to have them back in your field. Because oftentimes when we bring people back into our lives, we're operating on almost like a past timeline, but now you have elevated and possibly this other person has elevated too. So there's a level of like needing to get out of the old dynamics, the old paradigm, the old patterns with this connection in order for it to be successful. So just ask yourself that. And then we have worth. You're being asked to honor your worth. It can be so easy to feel like we aren't good enough or worthy of happiness. This simply isn't the case, however. You are worthy and you have inherent value. It's time to cherish yourself and see your true worth. Yeah. So I feel like there's almost like a level of guilt here. And then we have expand. Yeah. So releasing the guilt, releasing any resentments, releasing the pain that this cycle has brought. And know that you have to move forward with your own inherent value, because I think that you've learned that in this cycle. So, but I hope this helped, Taurus, and I will see you on the next one. Blessed be.